A narrow strip of water, thousands of miles from most homes, can still affect what people pay for fuel, food, flights, and everyday goods. That sounds strange at first. Most people do not think a crisis in one shipping lane should matter to their weekly budget. But when the Strait of Hormuz is disrupted, the real danger is not just lost oil. The real danger is how quickly one global choke point can raise living costs across the world. Picture a normal household anywhere in the world. They are not trading oil. They are just trying to manage a normal month. Fuel for commuting, groceries, rent, school costs, and maybe one trip planned later in the year. Now imagine oil prices jump because ships cannot move safely through one of the world's most important energy routes. At first, it feels like a distant geopolitical story. Then transport costs rise. Delivery becomes more expensive. Food and household goods start to cost more because shipping and production costs starts increasing. But what to do is the golden question. That is the part many people miss. Even if a country produces energy, it still lives inside a global pricing system. If a major route becomes risky, the shock spreads far beyond the Gulf. It reaches ordinary budgets very quickly. But here's what most people miss. The first big idea is what we can call the global price trap. This means no country is fully protected from a global energy shock. Prices are shaped by supply risk, shipping costs, market fear, and global demand. So when the Strait of Hormuz is disrupted, the effect does not stay local. Why does this happen? Because oil is priced in a connected global market. If one major route becomes dangerous, buyers compete harder for available supply. Insurance gets more expensive. Shipping becomes slower and riskier. That pushes prices higher in many places at once. A simple example is this. A delivery company pays more for fuel. That raises transport costs. Retailers absorb some of it, but not all. Soon, more goods costs more. So this is not just about energy. It becomes a household budget problem. How do we reduce the damage? First, we stop treating fuel as the only issue. Energy shocks affect transport, food, and utilities too. Second, governments need flexibility in distribution and emergency planning, not just strong production numbers. The second idea is what we can call the choke point illusion. Many people assume that if a shipping lane matters enough, it can quickly be made safe again. But modern trade does not run only on military control. It runs on confidence. If ships face mines, drones, missiles, or even the strong risk of attack, trade can slow down before a full blockade is even in place. This is where it gets uncomfortable. The deeper problem is not only the physical disruption, it is the speed at which fear becomes cost. That can bring back inflation pressure just when many households are already stretched. First, review the part of your budget linked to transport. Fuel, delivery-heavy spending, commuting, and travel should be treated as risk categories. Second, build a small inflation buffer. Keep a specific amount aside for higher fuel, higher food, and one unexpected utility or transport spike. Third, delay major spending if your budget is already tight. This is not the best time to add a fragile car payment, expensive travel plan, or lifestyle upgrade that depends on stable prices. And that is the practical shift. So the mystery at the start has a simple answer. A distant waterway matters because global systems turn faraway conflict into local prices. The Strait of Hormuz is not just a map problem. It is a reminder that modern economies depend on fragile links most people never see. And when one of those links breaks, the cost appears quietly at first, then all at once in everyday life. If you want to better understand how big global events quietly affect your money, subscribe to the channel.